Welcome to Soul Tips from PB, your source of Bible-based insights to strengthen your walk with God. Listen to Pastor Bong Bailon of Real Life Christian Communities as he shares brief yet impactful messages to inspire and guide your relationship with the Lord and with others.
Hello and welcome to our daily devotional. I'm so glad you've joined me today. Now, before we dive into today's reflection, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. I lost my voice after preaching 3 services yesterday, and as much as I wanted to use my own voice for this podcast, I needed a little help. So today's episode is brought to you by 11 Labs AI. Yes, that's right. I'm using an artificial voice to deliver the message while I continue to rest and recover. I pray, by God's grace, that I'll be back to my usual voice very soon. Thanks for your understanding and continued prayers. Now let's begin. Today's devotional is entitled A Living Hope, and it's based on a powerful verse from the Apostle Paul's letter to the Corinthians. Let me read it to you. But Christ has indeed been raised from the dead, the firstfruits of those who have fallen asleep. 1 Corinthians 15:20. Let that sink in for a moment. Christ has indeed been raised from the dead. This isn't just theology. This is the foundation of our hope as followers of Jesus. His resurrection is not just a past event we celebrate during Easter. It's a present reality that shapes how we live today. Paul uses the word firstfruits to describe Jesus' resurrection. Now, in biblical times, firstfruits were the first portion of the harvest, brought to God as an offering. But they were also a guarantee, a sign that more was coming. So when Paul calls Christ the firstfruits, he's saying that Jesus' resurrection is the down payment, the guarantee of our own future resurrection. That means we can face this life, not with fear or despair, but with confidence and hope. Think about it. So much of our fear today comes from the unknown. What tomorrow may bring, how we'll face sickness, suffering, or even death. But the resurrection of Jesus speaks right into that uncertainty. It says, "You are not without hope. You are not alone. You will rise again." That's why we call this hope living. Because it doesn't die when circumstances change. It's rooted in something unshakable, the victory of Jesus over the grave. And friends, that changes everything. So let me ask you, how does this truth affect the way you live today? When we truly grasp the reality of the resurrection, we begin to live differently. We stop fearing what might happen tomorrow. We begin to make choices based not on fear, but on faith. We stop holding back, and we start moving forward, because our hope is not tied to this world alone. This living hope reminds us that even in the darkest valleys, even in grief, loss, or uncertainty, we are not defeated. Because the same power that raised Jesus from the dead is at work in us who believe. So here's the personal application. Let the resurrection of Jesus be the foundation of your confidence. When doubts creep in, when life doesn't make sense, when you feel overwhelmed, come back to this truth. Jesus is alive, and you will live too. This is our hope, and it is alive. It is enduring. It is sure. Here are some reflection questions for you today. How does the resurrection of Jesus change the way you face challenges today? In what areas of your life do you need to live more confidently in the hope of the resurrection? How can you remind yourself daily of the living hope you have in Christ? Take some time to reflect on these questions and journal your answers. Or write them down somewhere. Talk about them with a friend or in your small group. Let the truth of the resurrection not just inform your mind, but transform your heart. Thank you again for joining me for this daily devotional with PB. If this encouraged you, please share it with someone who needs hope today. And once again, thanks for your patience as I recover my voice. Lord willing, I'll be back soon in my own voice. But until then, may the message continue to speak to your soul. God bless you, and remember, Jesus is alive, and so is our hope both now and in the future.
Thank you for listening to Soul Tips from PB. I hope today's message has encouraged you in your spiritual journey. If it has, please consider subscribing and sharing this podcast with others. Let's spread the word and grow together in our relationship with God.